Once upon a time, they'll leave Amara's world revolved around her two children, Kojo and Oma. As a single mother, she faced the daunting task of providing for her family, navigating the challenges of daily life with unwavering determination. Juggling act filled with the demands of securing a stable income, maintaining a modest household, and ensuring her children's well-being. She rose before the first light, the calloused hands already in motion, preparing a simple breakfast of porridge and fruit. With a deep breath, she would gently browse, and Oma, coaxing him awake with a gentle smile and a soft whisper. Time to start the day. My loves, she would say, her voice laced with a mixture of love and resolve. Kojo, the elder of the two, would blink, reply, his eyes slowly adjusting to the morning light. The younger would often burrow deeper into her thin blanket, eliciting a playful chuckle from Amora. These small moments of tenderness were the few that kept Amora's spirit burning brightly even in the face of the daunting challenges that lay ahead. As the family shared their modest meal, Amora would carefully gauge her children's needs, ensuring they were nourished not only physically but also emotionally. She would listen intently to their dreams and fears, offering words of encouragement and guidance, her unwavering love, a constant source of strength. One day, my darlings, your hard work will pay off, she would say, her gaze filled with a quiet determination. I will make sure of it. Kojo and Emma, sensing their mother's unwavering resolve, would nod in understanding, their young faces alight with a glimmer of hope. After breakfast, Amara would set about her daily tasks, her steps quick and purposeful. She would venture out into the bustling streets, navigating the vibrant markets and negotiating with vendors to secure the best prices for the family's essentials. High, keener, and sharp bargaining skills were a testament to the resilience that had become her constant companion. As Samara wolfed through the crowded alleyways, she would often pause to greet her neighbors, exchanging warm smiles, and sharing the latest news. This tight-knit community, bound by the shared experiences of life in Black Africa, was a vital source of support for Amora and her children. How are the little ones today? A confessed woman would ask, her eyes crinkling with genuine concern. Driving. Thanks to your general spirit. Amara would reply, her gratitude evidence in her tone. This moment of connection, of shared humanity, were the oases that sustained Amora, we saw, reminding her that she was not alone in her journey. Yet, despite the community's embrace, Amara's greatest challenge lay in securing a quality education for her children. In a world where resources were scarce and opportunities often eluded the less fortunate, Amora was determined to pave the way for Kojo and Oma to have a brighter future. Day after day, she would meticulously research the local schools, winning the options and assessing the quality of education they provided. She would save every penny, screaming and sacrificing to ensure she could afford the necessary fees and supplies. Education is the key to a better life, Amora would whisper to her children, her eyes shining with conviction. And I would do whatever it takes to give you that chance. Kojo and Emma, sensing the gravity of their mother's words, would nod solemnly, their young faces reflecting the weight of their family's dreams. One afternoon, as Amara was returning from the market, she stumbled upon a flyer pinned to a community board. It advertised the opening of a new school, one that promised a rigorous curriculum and a natural environment. Without hesitation, Amora hurried home, her heart racing with a glimmer of hope. That evening, as the family gathered for their simple dinner of rice and vegetables, Amora shared the news with Kojo and Omar, her voice trembling with excitement. "Children, I have found the perfect school for you," she announced, her eyes shining with pride. "It is a new institution, but the teachers are highly respected and the curriculum is said to be exceptional." Kojo and Omar listen with rapt attention, their eyes widening with the mixture of anticipation and trepidation. They knew the sacrifices their mother had made to provide for them, and the thought of attending a school that could open doors to a brighter future filled them with a sense of purpose. "When do we start, Mama?" Kojo asked, his voice brimming with eagerness. Amora reached across the table, enveloping her children's hands in her own. "Tomorrow, my love," she replied, her tone resolute. "Tomorrow, we begin a new chapter in our lives." As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the humble abode, Amora felt a surge of determination coursing through her veins. She knew the road ahead would be arduous, filled with challenges and obstacles, but her unwavering love for her children and her belief in the formative power of education would be her guiding light. With a deep breath, a marathon to Kojo and Omar, her eyes shining with her mother's fierce pride. "Together, we will conquer the world," she declared, her voice filled with conviction. "This, I promise you." The morning sun peeked through the tattered curtains, casting a warm glow over the muddy home where Amora and her children, Kojo and Omar, lived. Today was a momentous day, the start of a new chapter in their lives. Amara rose early, her heart filled with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. She gently roused her children, who were buzzing with nervous energy, their eyes wide with anticipation. "Today is the day, my loves," Amora said, her voice soft but fun. "The first day of your new school. Are you ready?" Kojo and Omar nodded enthusiastically, their faces alight with the determination that mirrored their mother's unwavering spirit. After a hurried breakfast of porridge and fruits, the family set out their steps quick and purposeful. Amora held her children's hands tightly, guiding them through the bustling streets of their neighborhood, the vibrant colors and sounds of Black Africa swelling around them. As they approached the towering gates of the new school, Amora could feel Kojo and Omar's grip tighten. She paused, nailing down to meet their guests. "Remember, my darling," she said, her eyes shining with love and encouragement. "You are both so incredibly bright and capable. This school will open doors for you, and I know you will make me proud." Their expressions, a mix of nervousness and determination. Amora gave them each a reassuring hug, then led them through the gates and into the bustling schoolyard. The first few days were a whirlwind of new experiences for the children. Kojo and Omar navigated the unfamiliar hallways, trying to make sense of the unfamiliar language and customs that permitted the school. At times, they felt overwhelmed, their confidence wavering as they struggled to keep up with the rigorous curriculum. But Amara was there, a constant source of support and encouragement. Every evening, she would sit with her children, patiently helping them with their homework and listening to their concerns. She would share stories of her own childhood, drawing parallels to help them understand the cultural differences they were encountering. "Remember, my loves," Amara would say, her voice soothing. "This is all new to you, but you are strong and resilient. With time and hard work you will find your footing." Slowly, but surely, Kaju and Omar began to adapt to their new surroundings. They made tentative friendships with their classmates, finding common ground in their shared experiences as newcomers. The teachers, initially wary of the unfamiliar students, soon recognized the children's potential and went out of their way to ensure their success. One day, as Amora was waiting to pick up her children, she overheard a conversation between two teachers. "That is a bright one, isn't he?" One teacher remarked, a hint of pride in her voice. "His smart skills are exceptional and he's always the first volunteer in class." The other teacher nodded in agreement. "And Noma, she's simply a delight. Her reading comprehension is beyond her years and she has such a curious mind. These children are true assets to our school." Amora felt a swell of joy rise within her, her heart swelling with pride. She had always known her children were special, and now others were recognizing their talents as well. As Koji and Uma bounded out of the school, their faces alight with excitement, Amora embraced them tightly. "My darlings, you have made me so proud," she whispered, her voice thick with emotion. "Your hard work is paying off and the world is taking notice." Kaju and Ama beamed, the eyes shining with a newfound confidence. They had overcome the initial hurdles and were now driving in their new academic environment. The months passed and Amora watched with her as her children blossomed. Kaju excel in his math and science classes, often earning the top scores in his grade. With her voracious appetite for knowledge, devoured every book she could get her hands on. Her analytical mind leaving her teachers in awe. Amora would often find herself marveling at the transformation she witnessed in her children. Where once there had been uncertainty and served out, they now banned the fierce determination and the hunger for success. One afternoon, as Amora was preparing the family's simple dinner, Cordo and Doma burst through the door. Their faces alight with excitement. "Mama, Mama!" Kojo exclaimed, his voice brimming with enthusiasm. You never believe what happened today." Amara turned to her son, her eyebrows raised in anticipation. "What is it, my love?" "The school is holding a special competition for the top students in each grade on what chimed in. Has sparkling. The winner will receive a scholarship to the prestigious university in the capital." Amara's heart skipped a beat, her mind racing with the implications of such an opportunity. A scholarship to the capital's renowned university could open doors that she had only dared to dream of for her children. "That's wonderful news, my darlings," Amora exclaimed, pulling her children into a tight embrace. "This is your chance to truly soar. I know you both have what it takes to win." Koju and Emma beamed, their faces alight with a renewed sense of purpose. Amora could see the determination burning in their eyes, and she knew that they will stop at nothing to secure their future. As the family sat down to their mother's dinner, Amora couldn't help but feel a sense of awe and gratitude. Her children, once uncertain and timid, had blossomed into confident, driven individuals, their potential shining brighter with each passing day. Amora reached across the table, taking cordial and almost hands in her own. "My darling," she said, her voice filled with love and pride. "I am so incredibly proud of you. Whatever happens, know that you have already achieved something remarkable. The world is yours to conquer." Kodio and Oma know that their expression solemn but resolute. They knew that the road ahead would not be easy, but with their mother's unwavering support and their own unwavering determination, they were ready to face any challenge that came their way. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the family's humble abode, Amora couldn't help but feel a sense of hope and optimism. Her children were on the cusp of greatness, and she knew that their journey was only just beginning. The sun had barely risen above the horizon. Yet Amora was already awake, her mind racing with the challenges that lay ahead. As she prepared a simple breakfast of porridge and food for her children, Kojo and Omar, she couldn't help but feel a sense of unease creeping into her heart. The news of the prestigious scholarship competition had filled the family with a renewed sense of hope and determination, but Amora knew that the path to victory would not be an easy one. The fees and expenses associated with the competition were daunting, and she feared that her meager savings would not be enough to cover the cost. As Kojo and Omar eagerly discussed their plans for the competition, Amora listened intently, her heart swelling with pride at their enthusiasm and drive. But beneath the surface, she grappled with the weight of our responsibilities. The constant worry of providing for her family's basic needs. "Children," Amora said, her voice soft but tinged with concern. "I have something I need to discuss with you." Kojo and Oma immediately fell silent, sensing the gravity in their mother's tone. They turned to her, their eyes wide with anticipation. "The competition you spoke of," Amara continued, "it will require significant resources, more than I had initially anticipated." She passed, "I guess," shifting to the one tablecloth, unable to meet her children's hopeful eyes. "I fear that the fees and expenses may be beyond our means. I want nothing more than to see you both succeed, but I must be honest with you about the challenges we face." Kojo and Oma exchanged the world glance, the excitement suddenly dampened by the weight of their mother's words. Amara reached across the table, taking their hands in her own. "But Mama called you," interjected his voice list with determination. "This is our chance to change our lives, to secure a better future. We can't give up now." A man ordered in agreement had brought forward with concern. "Please, Mama, tell us what we can do. We'll work harder. Save every penny, be anything to make this happen." Amora's heart swelled with pride at her children's resilience, but she also knew the harsh realities they faced. The competition was an opportunity that could transform their lives, but the obstacles before them were formidable. "My darlings," Amara said, squeezing their hands gently, "I admire your spirit and your determination. But the truth is the cost may be too great for us to bear alone." She paused, taking a deep breath to steady her nerves. "I have been exploring other options, seeking assistance from the community and local organizations, but the resources are limited. We may need to make difficult choices in the days to come." Kojo and Oma listen intently, their faces edged with a mixture of worry and resolve. Amora could see the gears turning in their minds, their young brains already searching for solutions. Moma, what if I take on a part-time job after school? Suggested, his eyes shining with determination. I can help contribute to the cost and armor, and I can study together in the evenings. Uma noted enthusiastically, her expression mirroring her brother's. Yes, Mama. And I can try to earn some money by selling the extra vegetables from our garden. Every little bit we help, want it. Amara felt a surge of pride and admiration for her children's resilience. Their willingness to sacrifice and contribute to the family's well-being was a testament to the strength of their character. My darlings, you both have such big hearts, Amara said, her voice thick with emotion. But I cannot ask you to bear this burden. You are children and your focus should be on your studies and your dreams. She posed her gaze sweeping over their faces, etching every detail into her memory. I will find a way, I promise you. This opportunity is too important to let it slip away. Could you and Omar know that the expression's resolute? Amora knew that her children understood the gravity of the situation, but their unwavering support and trust in her filled her with a renewed sense of determination. In the days that followed, Amora threw herself into the task of securing the necessary funds for the competition. She scoured the community seeking out local organizations and philanthropists who might be willing to lend a helping hand. High days were a whirlwind of meetings, negotiations, and endless paperwork as she navigated the complex web of bureaucracy. The emotional toll on Amora was immense. She often found herself lying awake at night, her mind racing with worries and uncertainties. The weight of our responsibilities as the single mother threatened to consume her, and there were moments when she felt utterly powerless. But Amora's unwavering love for her children and her belief in the transformative power of education kept her going. She drew strength from the memory of Koju and Omar's faces. I lied with hope and determination, and she knew that she would not let him down. One afternoon, as Amara was returning from yet another fruitless meeting, she stumbled upon a familiar face, the kind-hearted woman from the market, the one who had always greeted her with a warm smile and a gentle inquiry about her children. Amora, my dear, the woman explained, eyes filled with concern. You look exhausted. What troubles you saw? Amara couldn't hold back the tears that had been welling up inside her. She pulled out her story, her voice trembling with emotion as she shared the challenges she faced in securing the funds for the scholarship competition. The woman listened intently, her expression softening with empathy. Oh, my dear, I had no idea the burden you were carrying. But fear not, we are a community and we look after our own. With a gentle smile, the woman took Amora's hands in her own. Come. Let us gather the others and see what we can do to help. Your children's dreams are dreams, and we will not let them sleep away. Amara felt a surge of gratitude and relief wash over her. In that moment, she realized that she was not alone in a struggle. The community that had embraced her family was ready to rally behind them, to ensure that Koji and Oma had the opportunity to soar. As the sun began to set, casting a warm glow over the bustling streets of Black Africa. A moral return home has steps lighter and her heart filled with renewed hope. She knew that the road ahead would still be arduous, but with the support of her community, she was confident that her children's dreams would not be extinguished. Koji, Oma, Amara called out, her voice brimming with excitement, "Come, my darlings. I have news that will fill your hearts with joy." As her children gathered around her, their faces alight with anticipation and more, I knew that their journey was far from over. But in that moment, she felt a sense of unwavering determination, a resolve to overcome any obstacle that stood in the way of our children's bright future.